the very composition of Japanese society itself. Aging society hits new peak. Demographics reveal the scale of transformation occurring across Japanese society. The elderly population hit 30.1% in 2025, marking the highest percentage of seniors in Japanese history. This means nearly 1 in 3 people living in Japan is over 65 years old, creating unprecedented challenges for the nation's infrastructure and economy. Healthcare systems face immediate strain as hospitals struggle to accommodate the growing number of elderly patients requiring long-term care. Housing markets adapt through government-promoted senior-friendly developments and retirement communities designed for aging residents. Essential services like grocery stores and pharmacies concentrate in areas with high elderly populations, fundamentally changing neighborhood layouts and urban planning strategies. The economic implications prove staggering as fewer working-age people support more retirees through pension and healthcare systems. Tax burdens increase for younger generations who must fund services for a rapidly expanding elderly population. Labor shortages intensify across industries as more workers retire than enter the workforce. Younger generations face increased caregiving responsibilities for aging parents while managing their own careers and families. Family structures evolve as multi-generational households become economic necessities rather than cultural preferences. Urban planning now prioritizes accessibility features, medical facilities, and senior services over traditional development models. These labor shortages force businesses to seek solutions that fundamentally change who serves Japanese customers daily. Foreign workers dominate convenience stores. Walk into any Family Mart, 7-Eleven, or Lawson today, and you'll likely encounter staff from Vietnam, Nepal, or the Philippines. Foreign workers now comprise 45% of convenience store employees across Japan, representing the highest percentage of international workers in any retail sector. Vietnam leads the country's contributing workers, followed by Nepal, Bangladesh, and the Philippines. These employees typically work on student visas or technical training programs that allow part-time employment. Many earn between 900 and 1,200 yen per hour while studying Japanese language or vocational skills. Language and cultural training varies dramatically between store chains. Some companies provide basic Japanese conversation classes focused on customer service phrases. Others offer minimal training, expecting workers to learn through daily interactions. Cultural orientation covers essential concepts like customer greeting rituals, proper bowing, and handling cash transactions with both hands. Customer service interactions now involve more gesturing and simplified Japanese as communication barriers arise regularly. Some customers appreciate the international atmosphere, while others express frustration with language difficulties during complex transactions. This transformation represents Japan's growing dependence on foreign labor to maintain basic retail operations as the domestic workforce ages and shrinks. But convenience store workers represent just one category of international residents choosing Japan for employment opportunities. Digital nomads flood Japan. A specialized visa program launched in 2024 targets professionals who work entirely online. The digital nomad visa drew 50,000 applicants within its first year, creating the largest influx of location-independent professionals Japan has ever experienced. This response exceeded government projections by 300%, forcing immigration offices to expand processing capacity. The requirements include proof of remote employment earning at least $68,000 annually, comprehensive health insurance coverage, and clean criminal background checks. Benefits include 6-month renewable stays, the ability to work for foreign companies while residing in Japan, and access to co-working spaces with special visa holder discounts. Digital nomads concentrate in Tokyo's Shibuya district, Osaka's Nomba area, and Kyoto's traditional neighborhoods. They frequent co-working spaces, international cafes, and apartment rentals designed for short-term stays. Local businesses adapt by offering English menus, extended Wi-Fi access, and flexible payment options catering to international credit cards. The economic impact reaches $2.3 billion in annual spending across accommodation, dining, and local services. Challenges include housing shortages in popular areas and infrastructure strain in smaller cities unprepared for sudden population increases. This represents Japan's strategy to attract global talent and offset population decline through highly skilled remote workers. But attracting international residents requires more than economic opportunities. It demands comprehensive safety systems that protect everyone living in Japan. Earthquake apps become mandatory. Smartphones now serve as mandatory emergency devices throughout the country. The government implemented earthquake preparedness apps on all devices in 2025, creating the most comprehensive emergency alert system ever deployed. This means every phone automatically receives earthquake warnings, tsunami alerts, and evacuation instructions without requiring user downloads or activation. These safety applications include real-time seismic activity monitoring that provides advance warnings before major shaking begins. The apps deliver detailed evacuation route guidance based on your exact location, emergency contact systems that bypass overloaded networks, and multilingual instructions for foreign residents. Built-in GPS tracking helps emergency services locate people trapped in disaster areas. The technology improves emergency response times by delivering alerts up to 60 seconds before earthquakes strike populated areas. This advance warning allows people to take protective actions like stopping elevators, pulling over while driving, or moving away from unstable structures. Emergency services receive automated reports about population density and potential rescue locations. Data collection raises significant privacy concerns as the apps continuously track location information and personal movement patterns. The government maintains this data collection serves essential public safety purposes while implementing security measures to protect personal information. These technological safety measures reflect broader changes in how Japanese society prioritizes security and preparedness. Pet ownership, everything from infrastructure design to personal lifestyle choices, now respond to lifestyle changes that reflect deeper social transformations. A 40% increase in pet ownership just created an unexpected housing market transformation. Japanese households embraced dogs and cats during pandemic lockdowns, creating permanent demand for pet-accommodating residences that developers never anticipated. Rental and purchase decisions now prioritize pet policies over traditional factors like proximity to train stations. Families choose apartments based on pet deposit requirements, balcony sizes for litter boxes, and nearby veterinary clinics. Real estate searches include pet-specific filters that didn't exist 5 years ago. New pet-friendly housing developments feature specialized amenities including dog washing stations, indoor pet exercise areas, and soundproof walls to minimize barking complaints. Premium apartments install pet doors, built-in feeding stations, and climate-controlled environments designed for animal comfort. Landlords adapt to increased pet ownership demand by relaxing no-pet policies that previously excluded entire demographics. Property management companies now offer pet damage insurance and professional cleaning services. Monthly pet fees generate additional revenue streams for property owners. The economic impact reaches billions as pet care industries expand alongside housing modifications. Veterinary clinics, pet supply stores, and grooming services cluster around pet-friendly neighborhoods. Construction companies develop pet-specific renovation services. This reflects changing lifestyle priorities where emotional companionship replaces traditional family structures, transforming housing markets to accommodate non-human family members. These residential adaptations parallel equally dramatic changes occurring in commercial spaces. Food delivery dominates restaurants. Restaurant operations reveal how digital connectivity enables entirely new business models. Food delivery services captured 25% of restaurant revenue by 2025, fundamentally altering how Japanese people consume meals and forcing establishments to completely rethink their operations. Traditional family restaurants face the most severe impact from this shift. These establishments previously relied on in-person dining experiences and table service to generate profits. Now they compete with delivery-optimized ghost kitchens that operate without dining rooms, reducing overhead costs significantly. Sushi restaurants adapt by creating delivery-specific menus with items that travel well, while ramen shops develop packaging that maintains noodle texture during transport. Traditional dining establishments adapt through comprehensive operational changes. They redesign kitchens to handle simultaneous dine-in and delivery orders. Staff training now includes packaging techniques and delivery coordination. Many restaurants partner with multiple delivery platforms to maximize reach, while managing commission fees that reduce profit margins. The technology behind this delivery boom includes sophisticated logistics algorithms that optimize delivery routes and predict demand patterns. Real-time tracking systems coordinate between restaurants, drivers, and customers. Advanced packaging technology maintains food quality during transport. This transformation requires reliable internet infrastructure that supports real-time order processing, GPS tracking, and seamless payment systems across thousands of restaurants simultaneously. Wi-Fi blankets urban Japan. These digital services require comprehensive connectivity infrastructure that Japan achieved through unprecedented investment. Wi-Fi coverage hit 95% in urban areas across Japan in 2025, creating the most comprehensive public internet infrastructure any developed nation has achieved. This means nearly every street corner, park, shopping district, and transportation hub provides free internet access. The infrastructure investments behind this achievement required coordination between government agencies, telecommunications companies, and local municipalities. The government allocated billions in funding for fiber optic networks and wireless access points. Telecommunications giants like NTT and SoftBank installed thousands of hotspots throughout cities. Local governments provided installation permits and maintenance support. Universal Wi-Fi access affects work, education, and social life dramatically. Remote workers operate from any location without connectivity concerns. Students access educational resources during commutes and study sessions in public spaces. Social interactions shift toward digital platforms that require constant internet access for messaging, social media, and entertainment streaming. The digital divide between urban and rural areas becomes more pronounced as cities achieve near-universal coverage, while countryside regions lag significantly behind. Rural areas maintain coverage rates below 40%, creating stark inequality in internet access. This connectivity foundation enables broader digital transformation goals while addressing other infrastructure challenges that affect families throughout Japan. Childcare waiting lists shrink. Family support systems demonstrate how targeted government investment creates measurable social improvements. Childcare waiting lists decreased 30% across Japan due to comprehensive government initiatives launched in 2024, representing the most dramatic progress in addressing this family emergency since the problem emerged. The specific programs behind this achievement include massive funding increases for new childcare facilities, streamlined licensing procedures for childcare providers, and subsidies that made opening daycare centers financially attractive. The government allocated 2.8 trillion yen specifically for childcare infrastructure expansion, enabling construction of over 1,200 new facilities nationwide. Working parents now experience reduced stress when planning career advancement and family expansion decisions. Mothers return to work sooner after childbirth, knowing childcare spots are available. Companies report improved employee retention as parents no longer resign due to childcare unavailability. Remaining challenges persist despite this progress. Rural areas still face severe shortages, while urban centers show the most improvement. Quality concerns arise as rapid expansion sometimes compromises staff training standards. Costs remain high for families, even with government support. This represents significant progress toward better work-life balance by removing the childcare barrier that prevented career advancement for millions of parents. These infrastructure investments parallel equally ambitious government initiatives targeting environmental sustainability and technological modernization. Electric vehicle infrastructure explodes. Transportation infrastructure reveals the scale of Japan's environmental transformation. Electric vehicle charging stations increased 300% since 2023, transforming the country's transportation infrastructure in ways that seemed impossible just 2 years ago. This massive expansion represents the most aggressive EV infrastructure build-out any developed nation has attempted. The geographic distribution spans from Tokyo's dense urban centers to rural prefectures previously ignored by charging networks. Fast charging stations now operate every 50 kilometers along major highways. Shopping centers, convenience stores, and parking garages install charging points as standard equipment. Even apartment complexes retrofit parking areas with charging capabilities. This infrastructure explosion affects electric vehicle adoption rates dramatically. EV sales increased 180% as range anxiety disappeared with widespread charging availability. Japanese consumers now consider electric vehicles practical alternatives to gasoline cars for daily commuting and long-distance travel. Government incentives provided billions in subsidies for charging station installation, while private investments from automotive manufacturers and energy companies accelerated deployment. Toyota, Nissan, and Honda partnered with convenience store chains to create nationwide charging networks. This positions Japan competitively in the global electric vehicle market by creating the infrastructure foundation necessary for mass EV adoption.